his shoulders when it comes to like facilitating what needs to be done with this team and also keeping it strictly business, right? There's no crying in Street Fighter. We've been talking about it for a hot minute. A little bit of side note. Man, my man Rob came in with the stuff today in terms of the wardrobe. My man had guapi on his pants. It's like, I feel like it's a combination of guapo and papi. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good combination, Rob. Okay, I see you.
He's got the star-studded pants. You guys got to see it. But let's talk a little bit more about this match. The A.K.I versus Luke. You're a Luke player, and even more so,
player.
talk to me about this matchup a little bit. If you're Luke fighting A.K.I, what are some of the things that you're going to try to mitigate and not let happen?
Brother, I'm looking out for the bubble first and foremost. Right?
Yep.
Like one of the biggest starting tools that A.K.I does have. Sure, she could be kind of great in neutral. She has some really decent poking tools, but I do not want to risk even getting opened up with a counter poke from the side of Luke. Honestly, like that is a huge difference between like other character matchups. Like A.K.I doesn't necessarily have like the best defense. This is something we harp on a lot, and it's highlighted with a ton of other characters. But you see how much that really stands out in certain matches, especially against Luke. He can just drown you out so well. So we're trying to see right now if Mono can create the space to initiate off of the bubble, or even try to outfoot him with some longer range normals like standing medium kick.
And I like how he's playing back already, but we're going to get into it. Juninho-Ras versus Mono. Red Rooster versus 2 game. Let's get into it.
Oh, air clean for Juninho. Excellent reaction. Mono already off to a great start for the races. We do get the burnout rather early, and the Queen of Burnout being able to go into that Cruel Fate, initiate so many different frame traps and different looks up until the point where you get the DI, perhaps. You better do it soon. And you did it too late, Juninho-Ras. He smelled it a long time ago, man. That was last week's whiff.
And on top of that, maybe it was just a little too early. And Juninho-Ras with the Luke, and he gets the burnout first instead. Talking about the Queen of Burnout. That's where she's going to stay. That's where this round is going to end. First blood, Juninho-Ras.
Damn, you lost the throne that early. My queen.
My queen. My queen. Oh.
Out of there. Yeah, you're still able to cancel it through. Get the bubble into the
I like that.
command dash.
Using that snake dash to get out of there, but it actually got him in trouble this time. Gets the perfects into the corner we're going, and you do not want to stay here, especially while we're seeing how well Juninho-Ras is controlling his corner versus a character like A.K.I, and this is gonna hurt. He's got the 3, and this could definitely be all she wrote. Let's see.
It's gonna be by a sliver. Mono is definitely gonna be living very decently healthy drive gauge, at least for one cancel. But can you get out of the corner? Will Juninho-Ras be able to score the overhead? He doesn't. Cruel Fate. Even though these are frame traps, I feel like there's an opportunity somewhere for Juninho to at least push the cross jab, a 4-framer in between to get at least a trade.
I like what Mono did right there. He switched up
Uppercut,
the route.
please! Either way, on the way down. Yo, Juninho-Ras getting the jump roundhouse against Mono. And Mono knew it too. He immediately looked to his bench. He's like, I kind of messed up, guys.
And look at crossover as well as A.K.I in Mono's ear right now. Giving him some input. We talked about the fact that crossover is definitely one of these players on the team who has multiple characters that he can put in there. So you know he's got the XP where he can put in his 2 cents. A.K.I talking to him as well. And then you see even Chris Wong getting in there talking to him a little bit. Man, this is sick.
I love that, by the way. I did get to talk to Chris Wong a little bit. He's feeling all right now. I feel like the jet lag kind of got to him, but at least when it comes to like being on this part of the team, like this part of the side of watching Mono play, he'll always have some really solid tactics to help you like through round per round, game per game. I love talking to him about Luke gameplay in general. And if there's anybody you could ask for in regards to Luke gameplay, that's your guy.
There you go. Once again, that team composition coming into play because you do have a Luke player on the squad. A strong one at that. One of the best, if you ask me. Game 2, remember, 1st to 2, and this is only worth 10 points in this first game.
And it's so imperative too. In regards to like how 2G had performed the previous day, it was 0 points under their belt. They got completely shut out by the Bandits. That was actually kind of rough, but Mono and them, they still have to find their footing. They had a great start to this season in comparison to previous ones. But right now, Juninho-Ras laying the smackdown, breaking the crates in the back, ton of spine busters. He's only got 1 though.
He is not doing a good job of keeping him at bay, and it crossed him up in the corner. He's still ready for it. Not going to be able to get the kill, so takes a knockdown mid-screen, gets the jab, drive, rush, close it out. And this dude, Juninho-Ras, they looking like day 1 2 game right now.
That's a good way to put it. As strong as they were at the start, they're looking to rebuttal from that previous shutout. There's got to be a lot towards the mental. You OD, you take your turn back? I like that.
What a challenge. A lot of times, we've been talking about this before, a lot of times you either drive reversal or you just call them out or just hold down back. I like that, just busting out, but now there's poison attached to Luke. finally gets rid of it, and he's just trying to find his way in. And I think that's one of the stronger things. In my limited understanding of this matchup, controlling the neutral versus A.K.I a little easier for a character like Luke.
I agree with you. I wholeheartly agree with you. Being able to practice both characters pretty extensively, I think Mono recently. Okay! Look out for opportunities just like that. Juninho-Ras getting clipped, jumping backwards. The poison is applied off of that level 2, by the way. Any solid hit off of the lash could lead to so much. That's one of them. We get the crumple.
Okay.
And the follow-up. Mono, even more of a threat while that puddle is active, while that poison is active. Getting the rest of that.
Okay. Oh, didn't get the perfect though, so that's good news for Mono, but he takes the throw. Momentum looking real strong for Juninho-Ras, and he finally puts a button there to fight that neutral, and now he's got the corner positioning ready for the anti-air, and then he gets interrupted. Juninho-Ras isn't burnout, but this is still something that could be dangerous for Mono because he does have level 3.
And he gets the control, checking out the air approach against Mono. Juninho-Ras is still maintaining his control against the corner, against Mono in that corner. However, OD dash, pretty much getting him out of danger.
Cool.
Very close to burnout is Mono, by the way.
Playing back, I like this. The strong.
Oh my God, double dash! Sorry about
Terrifying. Look, trust me, I fought plenty of Lukes. Double dashing at this range is really dangerous. He's got the level 3, so you know if he gets a hit on Mono, he's gonna cash out. That jump fierce, jumps out of the corner into the level 3. That might be curtains for Red Rooster and Mono in this first game. 10 points on the side of 2 game.
And Juninho actually predicted that jump out a long time ago. He had created extra space for himself to ensure that the down heavy mid-air was going to whiff. All he needed to do was extend that God button, crouching medium punch, to catch the landing recovery frames and go on to full business. The level 3 ringing out the first 10 points for 2 game from Juninho-Ras.
Looking really solid when it came to this game. We're going to take a look back real quick. And we were just talking about being able to fight the neutral a little better with this character, but you can see right now, Juninho-Ras definitely was in the lab fighting this because he made sure Mono never actually got anything started. And it did start from that first drop DI in the corner. And I think just the timing that he was using with Luke really did put him at an advantage here. And look at just how he's controlling his ground game. A lot of times you see A.K.Is, they use that poison bubble, they use the movement, even just to deal with some of the projectiles, but it seemed like Juninho-Ras was still even prepared for that. We see a little life from Mono too.
It's really difficult only because of the sheer fact that Luke has one of the better fireballs in the game, right? That Sandblast being able to get rid of the bubble. You would have to really spend your meter. If like you're going